Hey everybody, what is going on? Oh, name's Rundown. Stretching. Not really. That is kind of did a mini stretch. Hope everyone's having a great day. I know I'm doing well. So if this is the first video you're tuning into, this is a Let's Play Japanese Legend of Dragoon. That's right, I'm playing Legend of Dragoon again, but this time it is in Japanese, which means I am at a handicap because, for obvious reasons, I cannot, but I will explain here, I cannot read the language. Oh, we can get a painting here. We can get an Easter egg, kind of, sort of. So, like, I mean, I played this game enough times where I felt like if it's in Japanese, I'll be okay and I'll be able to complete it. But it's just like, what exactly is the difference, if there is any? So far, the biggest difference that I have noticed is the game is harder. Which I knew going into it, something that was, like, at least explained by people who have played the Japanese version before, because that was something I was curious about. Like, hey, is this gonna run on anything? I'm gonna have any kind of problems? Like, am I gonna be able to get so far before, like, my computer will read a certain disc or something have you? The answer was no. Everything works just fine, but, you know, you're gonna have trouble understanding some items. So, you know, here we are. I know there's Stardust in this location, so I don't know if I'm going to collect all the Stardust. If anything, I'm going to just collect them because it's habit to do so. I think I need 7 by the time I leave here. Oh wait, is there nothing here? Oh no. Did I make an oopsie by coming over here? I think I might have made an oopsie by coming over here. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Man, I didn't mean to do that. But I think last episode, I'm just grinding my face against it, even though there's nothing here. Yeah, there definitely isn't. It's just the treasure chest and the painting. One thing I talked about last episode, and I'm probably going to talk about more in this episode, was kind of like the idea of self-care and self-love and tough-care? I don't know. Not really that second one. Hey there, Mr. Drunkman. Oh. Wondering if he had any sound effects for me. Oh, I need to change Start's edition for him here. So we've listed to double slash. Now we'll have volcano. That's list. No, I might as well give him War God slash, because that's what that is. Okay. That should be cool. Everyone should have the best. Go to additions. Volcano. Cool. Right, he's still on Harpoon, then you're going to Spinning Cane. So, what I'm talking about there is just the additions. We'll go explore the shops and stuff last when the city opens up. Let's go and just get the main quest stuff done and over with. As well as like the Stardust, or we know where the Stardust and stuff last when I have access to everything. But something I definitely have not touched on is exactly what happened to me, because I don't want to say I disappeared for a year, but like I disappeared for a year. I intended on making content for the duration, you know, for at least the last year. I wanted to. Something I've always enjoyed doing is making YouTube content, but I've never wanted this to be my job. I don't think I'd ever be interested in it. I love, like, talking, don't get me wrong. I love having commentaries like this, but I don't necessarily, like, fall in love with this or the idea of turning this into a business where, you know, you have to play those popular games. I like to kind of go at my own pace, so it's more of a hobby than anything. But the reason that this is important is I got a real job. This is, again, more of a hobby. So in my real job, I worked at a very wonderful company. Which just as tradition, I wanted to get hired back there, so I'll probably omit the name, but it was a very wonderful company where I worked on bank equipment. Specifically ATMs, but we worked on anything from ATMs, drive-up lanes, dealer drawers, safe deposit boxes, vault doors. Basically, the way we described it is if it wasn't in the bathroom, we worked on it, and it wasn't a computer. And it was really cool to get to... Nani? It was really cool to get to, like, work in that field, but it was also really hard. The job was extremely difficult because... Shauna. I didn't know anything going into it. You know, all I knew is an ATM dispensed money. I didn't know, you know, about the feed belts. I didn't know about the pick modules. I didn't know about the different cartridges in the machine, receipt printers, and how those things worked in there and how they interacted. I learned a lot, and I spent a year doing this, and it was definitely an experience. It was extremely hard. I will say that that job was easily the hardest job I'd ever had, as far as just like having to learn every single day. But it was also the easiest, you know. I did it during, obviously, the height of the pandemic. I had the job from 2020 until 2021 in February. I did it from February to February. I wasn't a contract or anything. It was just I was hired, and I obviously really needed money. I originally took the time off of Best Buy for just depression, and I just wasn't in a good mental state. I was trying to figure out why I was so depressed and why I was so upset, and I eventually needed money, and getting into the job was a great distraction. So I did exactly that. I got another job, and it was great. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It was probably the most fun I'd have working at a job, but it was also incredibly taxing. It was not only a little bit physically demanding. You know, some of the things we had to lift and move around were kind of heavy, but they weren't like, you know, it wasn't like I was sweating bullets at the end of the day, but I was also sweating bullets at the end of the day. The job was also outside some of the time. Like, if you were on an ATM, you know, most of the ATMs, 90% of them were outside. You know, only like 10% of them were. This is going to be a Japanese, isn't it? Yeah, so, with that job, like I said, I learned a lot, and it was really cool. I got to work with alongside a bunch of adults. I was like the youngest person in the company, and the owner, you know, he hired someone super duper young, and I kept the job for 1 year, and during that year, I didn't post any content, and if I did, it was very sparse and spread out. And eventually, I stopped. Obviously, I stopped having that job back in February, and the reason I stopped was I really wanted to pursue voice acting. I felt like I had enough money saved up where I didn't have to work for, you know, a certain amount of time. I could pursue voice acting and try to make that a career. And you know, I felt like I had some skill in it, and that I also had a passion for it. But not only that, I will also like say there was a little bit of burnout in working in the field that I was, that kind of bank field, and it became very tiresome. I realized I wasn't having fun anymore. I was getting very frustrated, and I just needed a break. You know, I needed something more than just a week off, if you will. Like, I needed a lot of time. Like, fast forward to September, I still don't have a job in that sense. But another thing that really kind of hit me was my depression really came back. I never really fixed my depression from the first time I took my break. I was just distracted from it. When I was working at the company I may have accidentally said the name of the company while talking about it, but while I was working at this company, I even right now, even sitting here talking, I still struggle very much with depression. For me to describe it, I would say that it's such a hollow feeling. It's this feeling that, like, no matter what you do, you can't be happy. You know, it's like, I try to, like, I'll say you do something that you really, really enjoy, and like I said, say playing video games, it's hard for you to find happiness in those things. You know, you end up always beating yourself up because that's kind of like the way you were, at least I was taught to do. And a lot of my depression is really compounded because with me also having ADHD, which is my type of ADHD is both compounded by inattentive and overactive, like the hyper type. It's inattentive and overexcited or something. I forget the two. You forgive me. But since I have both of those, a big problem for me is I find motivation extremely difficult. It's something I've struggled with my entire life. And I always look around at other people, and they never seem to have this problem. Like, I was always alone in it. I would sit back and watch other people. They could will themselves into learning how to play the piano, or they could sit down and study, or read a book, or paint a beautiful portrait, and just do all these things that like I could never find the attention to do. Like, I always found everything to be so boring. And because everything was so boring to me, the way I would describe it is, like, imagine something that you just genuinely hate doing. Like, whether it's taking out the trash or doing dishes, or something just completely mundane, and just kind of like, you feel like it saps the, I guess, energy out of you. That's the way I feel about almost everything. There are so few things in this world that actually hold my attention, that actually hold my excitement. And playing video games is one of them, because it's like constantly different and constantly changing, and I can go at my own pace, I can go at my own leisure. And awesome music time! Which you also have clearly noticed in my own, I wasn't intentional, I promise, but you probably noticed in my own talking, ADHD has been such a problem for me. I was always told growing up, you're so smart, why can't you do X, Y, and Z? If only you would apply yourself. You're so lazy. I remember that was something my parents would harp on me all the time about. I was always called lazy. I was always like put down for it. My teachers always said, you're so smart, but if only you'd apply yourself. And I never felt like anybody else understood me. I never felt like anybody else could relate to what I was going through. And go figure, some of them couldn't. I feel like the only people that could were my friends who, they were able to relate because, they had some kind of ADHD as well. At least people that did. I was always fidgeting in my seat. I would always have to have something in my hands to keep my attention focused. And even to this day, I still have that. If you guys have listened to any of these videos, you know that I have dropped many things while recording because I've been playing with them. That's also part of the reason why I don't do live commentaries when I'm playing a video game, because it's so hard for me to do two things. Even like doing two things at one time, while it can be a skill that you can learn, it's something that I've always struggled with and will still always struggle with I think throughout the rest of my life, is I can't focus on them. One thing has to hold my focus. Like me, please woman, like me playing this game, man, it is, please woman. And doing this kind of live commentary, it is hard. Like, I am really having to focus so hard right now to talk and also play. It's easy right now because I'm not really doing a whole bunch, but it gets so much easier when a cutscene's happening and all I gotta do is mash a button over and over to, essentially progress the next scene. Oh my god, I knew this guy to move. There we go. So, as far as like my own experience, like I can probably go a little bit more into what exactly it is that ADHD feels like, but that's kind of the general gist of like, it's just this ultimate feeling of you don't feel like anything excites you. So imagine being at a job like the job I was at with the bank solutions, and no offense to the job at all. Like I'm not trying to talk bad about the job at all, but it was very, very dull and boring. Having to sit there and work on ATMs that are outside, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's not very exciting. I'd found myself having no interest in this job at all, and that to me was not fun. And I realized, okay, well, I have to take a break from this job, not because I don't like it, which is, it's so for me to say, I just not that I don't like it, it's not that it's just I wasn't having fun anymore. Which is so odd to say, because it's like, Alex, if you liked it, what do you mean you don't have fun? And I'm like, I feel like truly only somebody who has ADHD can understand what I'm saying when I say that. It's not, oh my, dude, bro, move, okay. It's not that like you can enjoy something, but still not find it fun. And again, it's so hard to describe to someone who doesn't have ADHD. It's like, I don't know, imagine your favorite cake, but sometimes the cake is made and it just has no flavor. If that makes any sense. Or like, it's a cake that has no flavor, but you know it, like, the texture is really good. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. And maybe that's a trash way to describe it. If someone else has a better way to describe it, please feel free to knock yourself out in the comments. But because I had ADHD, and not only that, but I grew up in an environment that wasn't exactly kind to me, and was very put down. My stepdad was very narcissistic in that respect, where he would put me down to, you know, kind of build himself up, and I was used as a punching bag. My parents weren't exactly interested or cared about anything that I cared about, and you know, they didn't ask me how any video games were going or really kind of take an interest in my life, and so I always felt alone. There's just a numerous amount of things that I feel like I could go on and on and on to describe exactly like why depression probably hits me the way that it does. But it, like, having the ADHD compounds having depression, because you, like, you not only don't find things fun, you don't find them interesting either. Like, to do anything is such a Herculean feat of strength to get anything done, and nobody seems to understand that, and it is so alienating, and you feel like you're alone, and you feel like you can't talk to anybody about this. Like, and everyone you do talk about it doesn't feel like they can relate at all. They're like, what do you mean? You know, I don't understand. And it's just, I don't know. It's just something that, from how I've understood it, is unique, and that's really a lot of the cause of my problems. So I not only have like a learning disability with ADHD, but I also have depression, which I've had visual diagnosis for both of these. I'm waiting to get on medication to hopefully treat them. But depression is definitely not fun, I can tell you that. It's just, not only is it feeling like you can't find happiness in things, it's just the constant feeling of having no self-value. No! Isn't it here? No! Where's the... Isn't the skeleton? Oh my god. I thought there was one in the item shop. I guess there's not. Forgive me. It's also like that, like, you have no self-value. You know, you constantly ask yourself, well, what is the point of anything? And you really get bummed, fam. Even doing, like, you know, like, things you love just don't feel like they have that same kind of, like, love to them. And the reason I'm bringing this up in a YouTube video that, like, definitely is lighthearted and definitely probably shouldn't be brought up in a YouTube video, I don't know, is one, it's my channel, I can talk about what I want to, but I also respect, like, I'm not gonna, you know, purposefully go after anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, I think that this group of people is poo-poo heads, you know, like, that's not what YouTube is for. YouTube has always been a place for me to kind of talk about what I'm going through without... Okay, see, now, like, why have two, like, there's, like, icon... Okay, so, like, look at, I have a question about this. So, look at the top here. So, you see how you have, like, the characters in the very top row. You have 1, 2, 3, then you have 4 and 5. Why is 5 bigger, 4's not? I don't understand. There it is again! I think that's Mom? Do you like the Mom, or is that someone talking? I don't know. Oh, maybe that's, like, the end, like a name or something. I don't know. Anyway, oh, jeez. I said the wrong thing! Ah, jeez, Rick. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm just glad the choices don't actually mean a thing in this game. It's just how much of a dick do you want to make Dart out to be. So, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, about, like, you know, the YouTube and stuff. I don't really have, like, qualms. I mean, I have, like, definitely qualms about talking about this kind of stuff because I don't want to, like, put myself out there in the sense that, like, you know, I say something wrong and, you know, hurt my chances of getting a job anywhere or something, because that's not at all the point of me talking about this. My point in talking about this is so that, like, if anyone else is struggling or feels like they can relate, like, hey, here's what I found out. And that's like a big reason I'm sharing this is, guys, I'm 31 years old. Like, it's sad to say, but probably halfway through my life, or getting there, and I'm just now learning, like, dude, you could have been happy this, because I have felt this way, like, of not being able to find happiness and just hating everything about myself and my existence since, like, I was, honestly, it was in 4th grade, because I remember, like, the first time I just wanted, you know, I didn't want to be around anymore. But to change the theme, match the music we're listening to, I went out and finally talked to somebody. You know, I went out, I got a doctor, and was like, look, I know this isn't normal. Other people don't seem like they feel this way. Why do I feel this way? And, you know, we sat down, we had a discussion about it, and he's like, bro, I'm gonna break it to you, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You got a chemical imbalance, fam, and that's the source of your problem. And it comes from the kind of like years of learning bad behavior. You know, the way he described it to me was, as you grow up, your brain, you know, it events these wires and essentially sets itself up in a certain way. And you have chemicals in your brain that basically keep, you know, everything in check, the way it's supposed to be. If you, like, have these bad habits in your head, like how you process information, the chemicals and stuff can get out of whack. You know, mind over matter, if you will. You can will something into kind of existence. And I correct me if I'm wrong, you know, your depression may be different than my depression. This is how it was explained to me by my doctor. And he essentially said, like, that's what goes on with that type of depression, is you have just chemicals that are kind of off the, you know, the way they should be, so you take medicine to hopefully balance these things out. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to get a doctor to give me medicine, but it's so hard for several reasons that I'll probably go into in a little bit here. But one of the... what am I trying to say? I don't know if... I guess I want to leave and come back so I can go in there and get the thing. Woo! 20 gold, yay. I guess I can go in and kind of like talk about it. One of the... Please, miss. I need you to move. Alright, she's kind of... I don't know what I said. Hopefully it was something that made her move. Oh no, it was like, have you guys bought anything? And like she gives us something, or he gives her something. Or he gives her a hug, that's right, good vibrations. It was hard for me to even like find a doctor because I didn't... One, like, I was, I guess, kind of scared to like kind of get on medication, you know, and find a doctor, because I didn't, you know, I've never been on it before or heard nothing but horror stories. You know, everyone hears it, like, I was on medicine, it made it even worse, and blah, 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 blah. And, man, I think I need to get in there. Don't I? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and go get the thing. Maybe it's in here. I could have sworn there's a Stardust here. Unless I'm totally just tripping. I'd be tripping, yo. But the point of me sharing this so like other people can hopefully relate and, you know, get on medication sooner. Like, I remember talking to my family about it, and they always told me, which I'm sure other people can relate, oh, you're just lazy. You know, if only you would apply yourself better, then maybe you wouldn't have any problems. Yeah, about that. I'm not lazy. The people who I work with, you know, I'm not on any medication now. Especially, I mean that both now isn't like, obviously I'm trying to get on medication, but now isn't me talking. The people who I've worked with before, like, in jobs, say, like, I'm one of the hardest workers, I'm one of the smartest people there. How on earth can I be called lazy, you know, by my parents and stuff, and not, you know, I don't know, like, things just weren't adding up, and that was my big problem. That's why I went out and sought help, and hopefully getting help here shortly. I called the Department of Mental Health, and what a joke this has been. Holy, dude. Like, the woman who answered the phone has... Ooh. Just been a yikes. I think I need to get there. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I don't think I do. The woman who answered the phone was definitely a yikes. And then, like, I don't think she should probably be working there. And they called me back. But the problem was they called me back at, like, 9:45, and I was definitely depressed sleeping. Which, like, is a very odd phrase, but to describe it's basically I was asleep. And I didn't hear my phone ring until the last ring, and I get up again to my phone, it's too late. They've already hung up. I don't get to talk to this person, but I've tried to call the Department of Health so that way they can hook me up with a doctor that can prescribe me medication, because unfortunately my current doctor could not prescribe me the medication I needed. I'm also terrified because the American healthcare system is, well, it is what it is, to put it very kindly. I think it needs no explanation and everyone understands what the American health system is, and I'm terrified of getting into crippling debt, which at this point I've accepted is just going to be a fact of the matter. Like, if I ever want to feel happy again, I'm going to have to be in debt, and I can't wait. And it's such a sad story. It really is. And I'm not telling... Bro, I'm not telling this story so people feel sorry for me. You know? I don't... Yeah, I'm not trying to get emotional or anything, but, like, I don't have, like, any money to my name. I'm not something spectacular. I don't have, like, 5-star. That's cool. There's 7 in this city. I am missing 1. At least I should have 7 up at this point. I feel very confident saying that. So there's the 1 I need to get that's down, like... I need to take the boat for. I don't know where the other one's at. Alright, I need to go buy spirits. And you sell me spirits? 100 gold. Why is it in green? That's so cool! I didn't know they did green. Alright, cool, I got spirits. Let's go give the drunk alcohol, boys. That's learning lessons. But I guess, like, another thing to kind of do, like, to talk about depression, one thing I've never quite understood, and no offense to anybody who does this, obviously don't do this, but it's like self-harm. That's never been something I quite understood, and I mean, I would be lying if I said, like, I never tried it, but, like, I tried it once and never understood it, and I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. So, like, because the idea of, like, self-harm, like, I think, like, the concept of it is, like, you hurt yourself, but it's, like, you know, it's pain you're inflicting, so you're, like, in control of it, and you do it to kind of, like, feel control. I'm gonna say, like, I guess, because I never quite understood it, because, like, the one time I did it, I was like, okay, well, I'm still sad, and now, like, my arm hurts. So, like, I didn't accomplish anything but, like, hurt my arm, bro. That's, like, I don't know, man, it's kind of weird. So, the reason I'm laughing at it is it's such a joke. I don't know, I just feel like it's such a joke. It's a meme, dude. Hey, what's this? Cool. And I feel like I'm getting, like, really dark and really real, especially, like, on YouTube and having to express, like, my life story and stuff, but, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, you know, things because, you know, I wanted to seem glamorous or anything. Like, I'm not gonna lie like that. I don't have to tell stories, you know, that are personal to me. That's certainly an option. And this is definitely, well, you know, a story that is definitely personal to me. And I'm not, again, trying to tell a story to, you know, put a bad light on me at all. And that's something I'm always cognizant of. Is like, if I do get a voice acting career and, you know, if I'm on YouTube or something and, like, I say something good or bad, you know, I don't want, you know, I mean, I don't want to say something bad that, like, would hamper me from ever in the future, like, if this ever came out and they were to tie these two together, which is why I'm always very cautious of what I say. But I don't feel like me expressing anything here, especially in my own state of life, you know, is anything bad, because it's something that, you know, you work through. You know, try your best to get through, and for example, here I'm getting ready to have to make a choice, and I don't speak Japanese, and one of these options is to get off and get the Stardust, and the other option is to keep going with your boat, meaning I'd have to watch this whole cutscene again. And I don't know if it's the top one or the bottom one. I don't know which one it is, man. Okay, I'm gonna... Should I go to Google and type, like, get off boat? I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm gonna go to Google. Alright. Okay, English to Japanese. Okay. Get off. Okay, is there anything that looks like that? There is! Oh! Oh! I'm a genius! How do I do it, boys? It's the little things in life that excite me. I was like, hey, that looks like get off. I'm glad I remember the English translation, or I at least guessed what it was saying in Japanese. Cool. That means there's one more Stardust I don't have, right? Hold on, let me also Google that real quick. Stardust location. Such a big Wiki. I'm a terrible person. I know I'm looking this up. Yeah, there's one in Lavit's kitchen. I knew that. I need his mom to move, fam. I need to move. But I also share with my life stories so that way, hopefully, you guys don't, you know, you can learn something from this. And it's also a really cool kind of time capsule in a sense that, like, I can go back and look at when I'm old and gray, hopefully, and, like, reliving parts of my life and go, oh my god, yeah, I remember 31. That's also, like, hey, I'm 31 as of the time of recording this. I started YouTube when I was, like, 18, and as far as, like, I guess a contrast goes, would I say I'm different? I would say so, yes. I would say definitely so, absolutely. The biggest way I'm probably different is definitely one, like, maturity. Like, I definitely... Oh, that doesn't lead to anything. Like, I feel probably much more calm. When I was younger, I was definitely more angry. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. Like, you know, if someone says shit to you online, you get mad and, you know, type back, and I don't bother to do that anymore. I haven't done that since I was, like, 25. But I think the biggest thing for me is I stopped, I guess, wanting to control things, you know? Like, I just accept life for what it is, which is, you know, definitely a step in the right direction, especially for even fighting depression. You know, you kind of accept, like, okay, I am sick, you know, I need help, I'm accepting that, I need to do something about it, I'm accepting that as well. For the longest time, I didn't accept that. I remember when I first got diagnosed, I didn't want to believe it. Lavitz, Mom, I need you to move. Will she move if I talk to her? How did I get it last time? Oh no, I got it when they were making dinner. Oh no, can I not get it now? I should be able to still get it, right? I'm gonna look at this picture they have for the Stardust, and yeah, she's like right there. How do they... Alright, yeah. That's his mom, please. Alright. Maybe I need to leave the city and come back. Maybe we should be in the same location. Maybe I need to just come back to this at some other point. Yeah, I just have to come back to it. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Well, that's my life story in 34 minutes, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Oh, I need to buy stuff. Thanks for reminding me, guys. You guys are awesome. So we still need to buy stuff. Alright, so that's enough depression stuff for now. First off, volcano selected, Speaking King, cool, we don't have Rose. Armed. Blue's bad. Okay. Alright, you have poison. I think... Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm gonna Google one more thing. So let me go to English to Japanese. Poison. Doku is poison. Okay, do I see that symbol anywhere? No.
Doku.
Yeah, doku. Okay. Jeez. Well, I know that's poison resistant. I was trying to find a common ground. I don't know what this is. Okay, I just need to know this is poison resistant. Okay, you got a new bow. You got pretty arrow. Cool. You that's poison resistant. Gee willikers. Isn't there a like app I can download on my phone that can translate? Oh, that's cheating. Wait a second, did I cheat? I think I cheated earlier when I like Googled the get off the boat thing. Here's the thing, man. If I didn't Google that, you were having to watch that too. So you know what? I'm glad I did. Alright. Okay, hold on. I am gonna Google one last thing. So short. Mijaki?
Mijikai.
Mijikai. Is which one? Because one of these is a shorter transformation. I think I'm looking at kanji. This is katakana. Or vice versa. Can I look at the other? Is there different types of Japanese I can look up? Oh. Oh, not really. What's this? Oh, copy. Short. Maybe long? Of course, long could mean something different as well. Because we measure time as a length, and they could measure time as something else that's not length. They could measure it by weight, even. And in case you're curious what I'm talking about, it's that not all languages describe time and distance the same. So I'm wondering if they use different words. Because I know for English it's short or long for the morphs. Look at morph then. Which is short in and of itself. Morphe? No. Dang it, I'm not gonna know until I actually transform. The thing I was looking for was to find, which... that's the item shop. Yeah, we'll go items first. Oh wait, I want probably weapons first, don't I? With this oi being in Japanese, it means to try to get your attention. It's like, hey. I'm just answering a random question someone asked in this form. Okay. 600 gold is like nothing. So, 4 Angel's Prayers is pretty dope. Okay, one of these is Mind, the other one's Body Purifier. I'm definitely gonna... Sorry, I'm gonna cheat again.
Mind.
Mindle? That's the symbol for mind? I have no idea. I think that's like remove, and then remove times, and then those are different status afflictions. Okay, oh no, that's easy. I have one body purifier, so I know this is body. So bottom is body. That's easy to remember because it's BB. Okay, so I want... Okay, but what about the description? Neither one of these is burn out, right? No, they're not, because burnout looks different. It's got the little, like, double waves on it. So that's Spark Net. Because I have one. Or that's Meteor Fall. No, that's Meteor Fall. That's Pellet. Right? Isn't that the sign for... what do I sell? Oh, wait. I don't need the charm potions. That's so hot damn, 2 gold. Oh, yay. Hey, it also frees up an inventory spot. What are these? Tack balls? I don't know. All I know is I think I want these. So I know this is a multi of something and that's a single of something. So we're gonna go... Probably 3 and 4. Cool. Alright, I got 500 gold I can go spend on items. Can I just say, holy cow, does not having gold hurt. Not having the monsters drop you gold. Yikes. I don't know if I cheated just now when I used a translator, because it didn't help me. Maybe I should use a translator, because like that's definitely cheating. You know, trying to beat it in Japanese without any help. I don't really think it helped, but like, I don't know. If it's something like, hey, you need to know this. So, I'm going to be using items counts. Alright, that's that's Bastard Sword. That's Sparkle Arrow. This is Night Shield, I think? Or, like, Breastplate? But, yes, that'll raise my item defense. Okay. 10% chance to evade physical attacks. And then these are... Okay, so this is Night Shield. I think this is Power Bracelet, right? Or is this something else? Raise your defense to... Oh, lower it to 7, because you have the Night Shield. Right. I don't know what this one is. These are very similar to one another. Or maybe they're not. Okay, so why have the items so spelled out up top, but then in the description... Oh, well. Jesus, I really don't know. I know this is Night Shield. I know what the 300 is. Do I spend 200 on another shield? Because what else would I get in its stead? Oh, that's right, because Dart has the, like, oh, hey, I can hit it 120% of the time. So, we'll go ahead and grab this. Do I want to buy one more? No, because I don't feel like I'm ever going to utilize that many. Okay, armed. So yeah, you have 110% chance to hit, and then you have... What is it, turn 20... No. That's protection against something, isn't it? What he's got? This is protection against poison. So I think I recognize the poison sign. Gorgot Sash. You have Night Shield, right? Because it's the same as this. Yep. Okay, cool. I don't know if this is right, but I'm rolling out with it. I know the reason why I don't have any gold is because I have not grinded it all. Grinding is important in this game. It's not, like, necessary. I've beaten the game without grinding before. So it can be done. It's hard, but it's not impossible. Well, hell, that's the episode, fam. I guess I can take you guys all the way to Hoax, because that's our next place of interest. Also, you guys can get to hear Volcano this go around, because I'm going to get to use Volcano. So, I guess, yeah, this episode, definitely a lot of me talking about, hey, be sure to, you know, take care of yourself, don't go too ham, you know, admit when, you know, you're not feeling well, and get help where you need to, dude. Your own, it's not just physical health, it's a lot of mental as well. A lot of life is mental, and it's just not something that, like, schools or anything really prepare you for. You know, that is a life lesson that, as an old man, I would share to... Wow, really? The encounter rate's even higher. I would share to the youngins, you know, you gotta not just make sure you're good physically, you know, like exercise and, you know, eating well, but also take a look out for yourself mentally, you know, take breaks, do things that interest you, and if you're feeling like things aren't right, you know, let someone know, and worst case scenario, man, you gotta take stuff into your own hands as far as, you know, you gotta do what you think is right, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. That's something I will always stress. You know, do what you think is right, but if it hurts somebody else, you know, it may not be the right thing to do. So, that is its own thing. Alright, well, we're here at Hoax, so I'm going to... Why did it look like Dart had a red nose there for a minute? Can I get the red nose, Dart? No. Alright. Next episode is Hoax, which will probably be where I stop for the night because it's like 5:30 a.m. and I'm tired, so... Peace.